Have you ever seen a massive, ambitious machine built to conquer icy landscapes, only to disappear without a trace? There are vehicles designed to change the course of exploration history, but they eventually sank into oblivion. What happened to them? Why were these multi-million-dollar projects, the culmination of brilliant minds' work, canceled? In this video, we'll dive deep into the world of 9 forgotten snow machines to find the answers. Stay with us until the very end so you don't miss the strangest vehicle in history. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to explore more fascinating stories with me. The Rhino is one of the most bizarre and impressive all-terrain vehicles ever built. Born in the 1950s, this vehicle was designed with the goal of revolutionizing travel on any terrain, especially swamps and snow. The most distinctive feature of the Rhino was its massive screw-like wheels instead of conventional tires or tracks. This design allowed it to twist its way over both land and water, creating a truly unique sight. The ingenuity of inventor Eli Agnides wowed the media of the time. However, this very uniqueness was the Rhino's Achilles heel. While it moved well on soft surfaces, the vehicle became nearly impossible to control on paved roads. The steering system was overly complex and imprecise, rendering it impractical for commercial or military purposes. Furthermore, the fabrication and maintenance of these screw-like wheels were incredibly expensive and technically demanding. Its inefficiency on hard surfaces and excessive production costs made the Rhino unable to compete with conventional vehicles. Although a technical masterpiece, the Rhino ultimately remained at the experimental stage. It proved that an idea could work but wasn't practical. The Rhino's fate shows that sometimes excessive innovation can lead to commercial failure. The Christie Snowcat, born in the 1950s in Colorado, was known as one of the most intelligently designed snow vehicles of its time. Instead of using a fixed track system, the Christie had the unique ability to raise or lower each track independently to keep the vehicle level on steep slopes. This feature allowed it to navigate complex terrain more smoothly than its rivals. With a tubular frame and a Volkswagen engine, the Christie aimed for the lightweight, compact, and easy-to-use snow vehicle market. However, the Christie Snowcat faced numerous production issues. Its output was consistently low due to the complexity of its control system and high costs. Although designed for climbing, the vehicle struggled on very steep slopes, limiting its usability in rugged mountainous areas. Additionally, the use of a German-made Volkswagen engine prevented Christie from selling to the U.S. military. Its lack of price and production competitiveness compared to other major manufacturers prevented Christie from growing. Despite attempts to improve with later versions, the Christie company ultimately closed in the early 1970s after a failed FAA test with its KT7 model. The Christie story proves that a brilliant technical idea can still fail if it cannot be optimized for mass production. From Sweden, the Active Snowtrack emerged as a reliable and compact workhorse. Produced from 1957 to 1981, this vehicle was known for its smooth operation and unique steering system. Instead of using brakes to turn like other tracked vehicles, the Active Snowtrack steered by changing the speed of each track, which helped it maintain momentum and significantly reduced brake wear. Its simple and efficient design led to its widespread use by militaries and various organizations worldwide. Despite its successful history, the Active Snowtrack faced an unsolvable problem: its engine supply. The air-cooled Volkswagen engine, which was the vehicle's heart, was discontinued in Europe in 1981. While Octave tried to find alternative engines, it realized that re-engineering the vehicle would increase production costs too much. The lack of engine supply delivered a fatal blow to production. Although a few vehicles were assembled later, mass production officially ended. The Active Snowtrack story shows that no matter how perfect a product is, it can fail due to its dependency on a critical component from an external supplier. It reminds us of the importance of controlling the supply chain. The Bombardier Snowbus is a Canadian icon designed to solve the problem of travel in vast snowy regions. Built starting in 1937, these massive buses were capable of safely and efficiently transporting a large number of people and goods through remote areas. Their spacious cabin design and powerful track system made them the top choice for logging, mining, and tourism companies. For decades, the Bombardier Snow Bus was an indispensable vehicle in the Canadian economy. Its downfall was not due to a technical flaw, but to the advancement of technology and infrastructure. As the Canadian government heavily invested in maintaining and expanding its road system, travel by conventional cars and buses became easier. This gradually reduced the demand for the cumbersome snow buses. Furthermore, their immense maintenance costs, high fuel consumption, and slow speed rendered them obsolete. In the 1980s, Bombardier snow bus production officially ended. Although a few are still used for tourism or specialized purposes, they no longer play a significant role in daily transportation. The Bombardier snow bus story is a clear example of how a successful product can be replaced by the development of infrastructure and more efficient solutions, rather than by a flaw in the product itself. The Tucker Snowcat is a legendary name in the snow vehicle world, but its miniature version, the Tucker Snow Kitten, did not achieve similar success. Designed to be a compact, handy snow vehicle for activities like patrolling or personal use, the Snow Kitten utilized the 4-track system characteristic of the Tucker line. With its smaller size, it was expected to be a popular and affordable product. However, the Tucker Snow Kitten was launched at the worst possible time. In the 1960s, the personal snow vehicle market was being dominated by a new competitor, the snowmobile. Snowmobiles, while not as capable on complex terrain as the Snow Kitten, were superior in speed, maneuverability, and especially price. Compared to a compact snowmobile, the Snow Kitten was too slow, cumbersome, and expensive for recreational or personal use. As a result, the Tucker Snow Kitten couldn't find its place in the market. It was too big for recreational purposes and too small for large-scale commercial or industrial operations, which were the strengths of the larger Tucker models. This vehicle failed to identify its target audience. Ultimately, only a very small number were produced before it was canceled. The Theocall Imp was known as a small, robust, and reliable snow vehicle. Designed in the 1960s by Theocall, a company famous for manufacturing rocket engines, this vehicle primarily served minor maintenance and transport tasks at ski resorts. With its compact design and high maneuverability, the Theocall Imp became an ideal tool for towing snowmobiles, carrying rescue equipment, or clearing snow on small paths. Its durability and efficiency helped it secure a niche in the market. Despite its success, the Theocall Imp was eventually discontinued, not due to technical or market issues. The main reason was a change in the parent company's strategy. Theocall, a major aerospace and defense contractor, decided to focus entirely on its core business. After selling its snow vehicle division to the Logan Manufacturing Company, Theocall stopped supporting its previous products, including the Theocall Imp. Declining sales and the lack of support from the parent company led to the end of this compact snow vehicle. The Theocall Imp is a prime example of how a successful product can be killed off when its manufacturing company decides to pivot its business focus. Instead of failing, the Theocall Imp was simply left behind by the new vision of its own creator. The foremost Terra bus is one of the most massive and incredible off-road buses ever built. Designed specifically for harsh operations in the Arctic and Antarctic, this vehicle features 6 gigantic low-pressure tires, allowing it to move easily over complex ice and snow terrain without damaging the surface. With the capacity to carry up to 56 passengers, the Terra bus became the primary mode of transport at research and tourism stations in polar regions. A famous Terra bus named Ivan served in Antarctica for over 30 years. Despite its impressive lifespan, Terra bus production became limited and less common. The reason was not its inefficiency, but its extremely high production and maintenance costs. Each vehicle was a custom machine, requiring significant resources and labor to build. Operating, maintaining, and replacing parts were also very expensive. The emergence of other vehicles like 6x6 all-terrain vehicles or large trucks that could be equipped with tracks provided more flexible and cost-effective alternatives. Introduced in 1988, the Yamaha Snowscoot 80 was Yamaha's attempt to create a snowmobile for children and beginners. With its compact design, lightweight, and 80cc engine, this vehicle was very easy to control and safe. Yamaha hoped the Snowscoot 80 would be the first vehicle for people to get into the sport. It seemed like a perfect idea on paper, meeting the market's demand for a user-friendly product. However, the Yamaha Snowscoot 80 was a commercial failure. The main reason was its excessive price. The vehicle sold for a price nearly equivalent to an adult snowmobile with a much more powerful engine. Consumers, especially parents, found it unreasonable to invest a large amount of money in a vehicle that would only be useful for a few years. They tended to buy larger snowmobiles that the whole family could use. The disappointingly low sales led Yamaha to quickly discontinue the Snowscoot 80. The failure of this vehicle demonstrates a classic lesson. No matter how well-designed or great the idea is, a product cannot succeed without a competitive pricing strategy. The Antarctic snow cruiser is arguably the most famous story of an ambitious failure. Built in 1939, this massive 17-meter-long machine was an advanced mobile laboratory designed to explore deep into the Antarctic continent. With its 4 large retractable wheels, it was expected to travel easily on ice and snow, carrying fuel and research equipment for years. It was envisioned as a house on wheels of the future. However, the snow cruiser failed as soon as it was unloaded from the ship. Its smooth, treadless tires, designed not to accumulate snow, could not generate the necessary traction to move. The vehicle was constantly getting stuck and could only move most effectively when backing up. The underpowered engine and immense weight also rendered it almost useless. Ultimately, instead of being an exploration vehicle, it was used only as a stationary research station. After the expedition team left, the vehicle was abandoned and is believed to have sunk to the bottom of the ocean along with the ice floe it was on. The story of the Antarctic snow cruiser is a powerful reminder of the difference between theory and reality. An idea that seems perfect on a blueprint can become a disaster when faced with harsh real-world conditions. And those are the 9 stories of forgotten snow machines. From the bizarre screw-like Rhino to the massive Bombardier snow bus, from the tiny snow kitten to the ambitious Antarctic snow cruiser. All are proof that innovation doesn't always lead to success. Sometimes a small technical flaw, a misguided strategy, or simply the changing of the times is enough for a legend to sink into oblivion. If you love stories like these, be sure to subscribe to the channel to explore more with me.